How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Today's discussion is going to be called financial discipline. Now, I usually go to the gym, work out on a regular basis, 5 days a week, like most people, so that I can, at least try to stay physically fit, try to take care of myself. If one goes to work or school, that is usually, time for people to become mentally fit. Or depending on your job or class, you may lose some brain cells. Just depending. People out there, they have high IQs and, are in great shape, all that good stuff, and are climbing the corporate ladder for the simplest fact that they can, because they are very disciplined in how they do business. They are also very meticulous when it comes to the amount of nutrients, fats, sugars, amount of time. They allot enough time to get to work, pick up the kids, run additional errands, and get home just for enough time to try to breathe at least, because everybody, especially if you live in a rat race area like Los Angeles, DMV area, Miami, Atlanta, Houston, New York City, all that good stuff. But a lot of people out here do not care about their physical and mental health. So for the ones that do care, you get a lot of credit from me, because I know it does take a lot of work for you to take care of yourself. So because it can become a second and third job all in itself. So a lot of kudos to you for having the discipline and all that. And I'm just, so for me now, I'm just talking about, hey, why don't we add another caveat to the discipline and talk about the changing trends of your purchase power for you all, you and your family. You know what I mean? And if you haven't already started buying stocks, cryptocurrency, or just at least spend $5 to $10 a month, that's how I started when I started buying stocks and cryptocurrencies. Just to start off, little monetary value, things of that nature, and see how it works out for you. Everybody's different. The place that you're living in isn't really generating any passive income outside of a tax write-off. Then I would try to figure a way how you can generate revenue from your home and your car too. And there's all sorts of ways for people to do that nowadays. Then what do because then the question is, then what do you do with extra income? Should be in the form of savings and assets. That's what I always say. It should always be in the form of savings and assets. I have always talked about having some sort of side hustle company that generates more income. This definitely goes out to the prior service people as well. Was growing up in the DMV area, thank you for the veterans for your service. I've always been surrounded by military culture. Nothing wrong with that. And if you're getting your hard-earned, well-deserved military retirement, disability from the Veterans Affairs Office, VA office, and have a great paying job, then on that note, I say, hey, keep up the good work. But if you cannot keep your lifestyle without that job, then it might be in your best interest to become a business owner or have some sort of a stake in a business. The only financial security that exists is the security that you create for yourself at the end of the day. And that's just one way of looking at it. Not to say it's the end all to be all, but it's definitely one way of looking at it. So just try your best to try to keep that in mind. Now, I know talking about this kind of stuff isn't the most fun or entertaining or anything of that nature, but ask yourself a question. Do the lives of entertainers, etc., or playing video games really have any value or effect on your life? That is a big question. I can't answer it because in my life it doesn't. For the most part, I bet it doesn't, but most people will put more time have any monetary value. Now, I am not saying do not enjoy life, because counting every single dollar that you spend can become a second job in itself. I just got back from Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington, and I had a blast. And when I was out there, I wasn't worried about the things such as money, because I planned for the trip, that I worry about when I'm usually on my day-to-day grind. Because sometimes it's just nice to, to turn off certain buttons, especially when you're on vacation. But I'm saying that, and obviously everyone's different, but I'm saying that one should try to count every single investment that you can obtain and the ones that you currently have. It's very hard to be financially disciplined in a world where you can buy basically anything that you want from your cell phone or computer. Trust me, I know. Because we live in the got an app for that generation, which is nothing wrong with it, because I utilize apps like you wouldn't believe, like most people do. The thing is, because of these great apps, you can utilize them so that you can remember the amount of money it will take for you to pay your bills, so that see if you have enough money to save up, whether it's $20 or $30 a month. Every penny counts when it comes to money. Like I said, there's a time and place for everything, but if you're going on vacation, that's a different story. Day-to-day grind, different story. And through the years, those little financial contributions add up in order for you to make a profitable purchase down the line in life if you want to, obviously. Or you can just keep it in the savings account. Everybody has their options. Everybody has their rhyme and reason for how they do things and why they do things. So I'll leave it at that. Now, whether that purchase is home or land or business of any kind, I was listening to another podcast the other day, and the podcaster is mentioning something that's definitely resonating with millennials. I myself am one, so I can definitely say it definitely resonated with me, and hopefully what I'm about to say resonates with you. In 2019, if you're only making money from a single income, hear me on this one. In 2019, if you're only making money from a single income, meaning just a job, and you are just over broke. JOB stands for just over broke. Most jobs have a cap rate of how much money you can make a year. And if that job is lost, then you are in a very big trouble. Period. You're in very big trouble. I never take credit from people who work hard, get promoted, buy a home, and get a degree. I've done those things myself. All I can say is that we have enough people doing that in 2019. We need more people. Please. We need more people making more business decisions and economic power moves. We don't need more people just getting jobs and staying in the comfort zone and taking the easy route, because it's much easier to just have a job than it is to have a business. Even if you have a hard job, when it comes to making calculated business decisions, a lot of times it is much harder. And if you are one that spends a lot of time with your internal and external family members, which is nothing wrong with that, then make finding and setting up a franchise or a small independent business in the family name somewhat of a priority. It doesn't even have to be you actually physically involved, but just try to make it somewhat of a priority. And I'll give you a great example. Just the other day, when I was leaving my gym, there's this guy. I bought an icy ice cream from a guy. I know it doesn't kind of make sense, but hey, I was still burning calories, so. Anyway. I bought an icy ice cream from a guy I see every summer. He's pushing a cart around in the humid, blazing Northern Virginia heat. And I asked him this, is this his full-time job? And he said no, that this actually isn't his full-time job. He says he pushes his cart around once he gets off from his full-time job every day. So he goes from work to working on his business. Kind of like I do, but the difference is I'm going home to work on my business and get on the computer. He's going out in the blazing heat, and he's pushing the cart around getting business. So my hat goes off to that young man. And I have to give him a lot of credit on that, So, and then his full-time job is as a janitor with his wife and daughter, and they have a cleaning company, but it's in his wife and daughter's name. He also told me that him and his son are trying to save up enough money so that they can get a food truck and do this on a full-time basis. By the way, his son works as a chef as one of the high-end restaurants. I believe it's either Ruth Chris or Legal Seafood. Those chefs there get paid a pretty penny. And he helps him with the icy cart every summer. So you got that good family balance. Doing a lot of great things that are not just going out to eat places and to a barbecue. They actually do all that. Plus, they're doing business together. So I love to see that with families. It's a beautiful thing because you got the love and you got the hard work working all together. So it's a beautiful thing. But that's another story for another day. Wish I had that in my family, but that's another story for another day. Anyways. But the moral of the story is that in 2019 and beyond, if you are not understanding that economically life is like grade school, and you have to ask yourself a question, are you ready? Are you ready to take the next step economically in life? Have you graduated from having school, and are you ready to go to owning some sort of, or having heard it, however you want to look at it. Obviously, it's your life. You got to answer for yourself and for your family all at the same time. Okay? Or are you just going to stay in the vulnerability zone because that's what just having a job is? If that's your only source of income, you're in a vulnerability zone, whether you like it or not, by just having a job. The 80s and 90s way of living is over and not coming back anytime soon, my friends and family. To all the people who work a job, have a Uber/Lyft/Grubhub, Airbnb, side hustles, whatever. There's so many out there, I can't even keep up, Amazon, whatever. Keep up the good work. All of those with your e-commerce businesses like myself, please check out my online store. Keep up the good work. Never let anyone discourage you from following your dreams. And to quote Damon Johns, don't tell anyone your dreams, show them. And as always, remember, you don't want this to happen to you. Don't. I know it's the summertime and everybody's having a good time and having fun and all that great stuff, but don't just let all your money go down the drain. That's all I'm saying. Have fun, prepare for these things, but ensure that your savings account still has a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 up in it, so that you're not continuously living paycheck to paycheck. Do your best to look into different sorts of investments for yourself, and obviously don't just buy the house. Take out some equity on it, buy another house, buy some land, buy something of value. I mean, heck, I saw a commercial property in the town of Quantico, Virginia. It was $150,000, and that's still the 2-unit apartment plus a store on the bottom. So you just never know what might be out there. Or you can open up your own little e-commerce business, have a little side family business, or just buy stocks and bonds. Just keep it simple, But don't just work a job because no matter what, even if it's paying you 6 figures, it's going to have you really counting every single penny until the day you die. Unless you get to the point where you actually start making some investments, and then obviously it depends on who you're around all at the same time. You are the people that you emulate and hang out with. So I always say, if you're around losers, you're going to be a loser. If you're around winners, you're going to be a winner. If you're around people that like to talk, then you're just going to talk. But if you're around people that like to do, then you definitely eventually are going to do, because it's that motivation. Especially for those of you guys that are in the sports, a team works together, not individually. Even the biggest star on the team, they eventually have to work together. They have to have a game plan. There's a lot of preparation that goes into playing in a major, NFL football game or NBA basketball game. There's a lot of preparation, okay, that goes into going in there, playing and winning those games. So if you treat life the same way, making those preparations outside of just worrying about what next movie or documentary that's going to come out on Netflix, life can change a lot quicker than you think. All about the hard work. And as always, I love to end my videos off with, you can't get fired if you own the company. Hopefully you guys had a great 4th of July. Please subscribe, please like, share, all that good stuff. Hey, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your life, and let's continuously make this financial intelligence movement grow strong. Take care, family.